Good everyone, this is Jarom from Sport Spine. What we're going to do today is learn how to use a broomstick to release some of the muscles on the side of your hip and also the side of your lower back. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a corner that we can place the broomstick in. Again, what we want to have, make sure is that the broomstick has something soft on it so it's not going to mark up your wall. And we're going to put the broomstick on a slight angle down. If we put it flat or if we put it down there, it's going to keep dropping down like that. So we have it slightly on an angle and we're going to use the broom head just on the side part of your hip. Now what we're doing is, if you can feel where the bone is on the side and through here, actually I'll go around this side, if you can feel the bone on this side here, we're just going to keep going back until you feel the soft tissue and then just come up to the top kind of corner of it. So that's where I'm placing that broom head. So I'm going to find, just kind of push in and around there as I lean on it, and what we're looking for is a dull kind of sensitive spot. Sometimes it will actually feel like a nice kind of pain, if that makes sense. It'll be tender, but it'll feel like that's one of the areas you want to release. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a nice broad kind of base. We're going to lean in with the hips, so pushing the weight in with the hips, and it should kind of make you feel the sensitivity a little bit more. And as I'm pushing in with my hips, I'm going to bend my body away in the same direction that the broomstick is moving. So again, hips stay with the weight and then the body moves away. Now if I move my hips and my body away, I'm not going to feel anything in through here. So that's not what we're after. The hips have got to keep the weight up against it and bending in that same direction. Now what you might find is you might get a better kind of release sitting just above where that bony bit is, right on the side. Same principle is true. Keep the weight in and then we're bending to the same direction as the broomstick goes. Now we can use that in our lower back as well. So if you go from the seam line underneath your armpit there and go about a knuckle width around from there, what you'll find is like a lump of tissue or a thick kind of band of tissue that runs up your spine. So that's where we're going to place the broom head, just above that bony crest there. So again, on an angle, we're going to feel the bony crest and then we're going to place the broomstick just above that in the soft tissue. Now again, you're just going to kind of plug to try and get a little bit of a sensitive spot, and as you press in through that channel, we're trying to get underneath that bulk of tissue. So we're going to lean in with our hips and there's going to be another slight pushing in to get underneath that. So when we're leaning, we're pushing in and you should feel that sensitive spot, and we're going to bend again in the same direction as the broomstick. Now you might find that you might get a better release going side on. So you're pushing in with your hips and you're pushing it slightly back to get underneath that bulk of tissue, and then we might be bending sideways. And you can get as high as you need to, even up around where the ribs are, as long as you're not pressing too hard. There should be a sensitivity. We don't want it over a 6 or a 7 out of 10. And all you need is 2 repetitions. So we're just kind of pushing in with the hips, bending away, 1, 2, and then you move on to the next spot. Kia ora.